Hello, what is up, everybody? This is one of your hosts, Chris Rupp, checking in with another mini episode. We're having a lot of fun on Spielberg month, but gotta be honest, we're having some delays. Well, to start off, Sean and I, we have personal lives. I'm in the middle of planning a wedding. Sean is living his best life and focusing on school and graduating with high marks. We're all very proud of him for what he's doing. A lot of big things going on for him in the military that I can't quite talk about because of secrecy issues, but just wanted to fill you in. We are working very hard to finish up Spielberg month. We just wrapped up our episode on War of the Worlds that'll be coming out very, very soon. We're going to end Spielberg month with his most recent science fiction film. We're talking Ready Player One, an adaptation of the Ernest Cline novel from 2011, and also a very special announcement. We're having our very first guest and friend of the pod, Mr. Brian McLeod, back on the Ready Player One with us, so looking forward to that conversation. It's going to be a fun time. Just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of go over what I've been watching. I've been watching like so much television lately. I think I was texting Sean the other day. I said I'm in the middle of watching about 10 different shows at the moment, and that was not an exaggeration. So to kind of lead things off, I've been watching Moon Knight. Finished up last week, and man, I gotta say, it was so inventive and so original and a really fun departure from the normal MCU format. Definitely one of those shows that keeps you guessing until the very end. If any of you have seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is great. Love Oscar Isaac, love Ethan Hawke, and the woman who plays Mark's ex-wife. I don't know how that relationship is quite working. Plays the Scarlet Scarab. She's incredible. So great show all around. High marks. Also been making full use of my HBO Max subscription. I'm watching We Own the City starring John Bernthal. Definitely kind of a real world twist on The Wire, and man, really makes me miss The Wire. If this show really does take off and is successful, I really, really hope David Simon and Georgia Pelecanos come back to the table and say, hey, is there a way we can end The Wire in a more satisfying manner other than Jimmy McNulty no longer on the police force? That would be fun. Also, just finished watching Winning Time, The Rise of the Showtime Lakers. That was a fun series, definitely kind of a rehashing of the start of what we kind of recognize to be one of the, the first great modern dynasty of the NBA. They haven't quite gotten into the Bird and Magic rivalry just yet, but there is going to be a second season, so definitely looking forward to watching that. And plus, it's been fun to watch like the old Laker players like Kareem and Jerry West just get all pissed off at Adam McKay and the creators. They're like, you got this wrong. Like, it's a show, bro. Chillax. All right. I'm also watching Tokyo Vice on HBO. Man, that show is amazing. Definite epitomization of slow burn, but there are some interesting characters. Ansel Elgort, not so much, but man, everybody else is incredible in that series, and I think Ken Watanabe is worth the price of an HBO Max subscription alone. He is so cool in that series. Also watching Halo on Paramount Plus. I love the attention to detail on that show. However, if anybody else has watched it, you kind of figured out by now that it has taken a long time to find its stride. I'm recording this just after watching the 8th episode in the series, and I still cannot quite figure out the tone they want to go for in the show. I mean, it was definitely weird watching Master Chief have sex for the first time, and then have Cortana looking awkwardly at the scene there. Still don't know what the deal is with the Maquis, the Covenant girl. And honestly, I was hoping for a bit more action at this point in the series. I think they have one more episode before the season wraps. But it's great attention to detail. Definitely honors the original video game series in a profound way. But really, really hope that they recognize that there's room for improvement in that second season. Also on Paramount Plus, just finished the second season of Picard. I always appreciate good Star Trek, and Picard certainly has some good stories in there. I know Sean and I kind of differ on our opinions on Picard and the quote unquote darkness that is going on in that series, but I think season 2 is real good stuff. Definitely combines a lot of time travel elements from beloved past movies that have certainly come out in the series, and I'm super pumped that they're bringing back the cast of the Next Generation for the third and final season. It's always good when that group gets back together. I am also watching The Offer on Paramount Plus as well, the Godfather, or the making of the Godfather series. There's a real strong glimpse behind the scenes into what goes on there. I mean, I think the story of the Godfather is, pretty well known, at least among movie buffs. Paramount wasn't super sold on it, didn't really want to make it. Marlon Brando was a loose cannon, and then turns out The Godfather is probably the greatest movie that's ever been made. But for me, the show kind of gets too bogged down in the minutia of the details. Like, I think the fifth episode just came out in that series, and man, they're spending a lot of time on casting and pre-production, and there was the mob that's involved, and they're assaulting and kidnapping people and forcing Miles Teller version of Albert Ruddy to watch as they torture somebody in the basement just so they can get the Corleone house in the first few minutes of the movie. But it's a good show so far. It's just I'm getting a little sick of the minutia. Kind of moving on from that, though, I'm also watching Under the Banner of Heaven, based on the true crime novel by John Krakauer. It's about a murder in a fundamentalist Mormon community. It is a horrifying story. I won't go into the details too much of the original murder that is kind of at the center of the story. I do recommend watching it, and I'm a big fan of Andrew Garfield, and I love the moment he is having right now. I mean, he was in 3 fantastic movies in 2021, and now he's in a great series here in 2022. Little bummed that he's going to take a little break from acting, but hey, he's been working hard. He's doing a lot of quality materials, but hopefully he comes back strong, finds a good project for him, and hopefully wins an Oscar, because he is certainly deserving it as well. Rounding out my list of what I'm currently watching, I am watching The Flight Attendant on HBO Max. Like I said, I'm getting full use of that subscription. This is the second season of it. I think there are about 6 episodes out right now. A lot of fun. Definitely love the espionage and the intrigue that goes along with that show. Plus, Kaylee Cuoco is definitely having a moment as well. People are finally recognizing her talents and her abilities on screen, and it is awesome to see. Looking forward to seeing how they end that series. Looking ahead to this month, we've got the launch of season 4 of Stranger Things. Definitely excited to watch that. I'm super glad it's Memorial Day weekend, so I have an extra day to binge all of that. Also, the Obi-Wan series on Disney Plus is launching with the first 2 episodes on the May 27th as well. So a lot of fun streaming material for Memorial Day weekend. I'm going to be pretty busy that weekend because Top Gun Maverick also comes out that weekend. So I'm taking my beloved to see that. Hopefully she doesn't get too sick at the IMAX screens. So yeah, that's going to wrap it up here on this mini episode. Definitely check out some of the shows I've been watching. Please help me feel normal, because I pray to God I'm not the only person out there that's watching 10, 12 shows at a time. All right, well, y'all stay safe out there. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon.